A few weeks ago, I told a story entitled "Who Is This?" about basically a summary. Was up late, driving home. I was on the expressway. I fell asleep, woke up. Somebody was in my back seat. Turned around, nobody was there. Drove home. Turns out that it was my grandfather, who I've never met, that passed on before I was born. And this is the continuation to the story. So after I told my grandma, like, yeah, he was in my back seat last night on the way here, and then I explained the whole story to everybody, and my grandma laughs. So now this is a little weird to me. Like, yo, why are you laughing? Like, I just told you this story. Like, do you believe it, or, you're just giggling? And she's like, oh, baby, I believe you. I'm like, you do? She's like, oh, yeah, and they should too. I'm like, go on. Like, some scary witch stuff involved in my family or something. What's going on? She's like, he was a big cigar smoker. And every time he came home from work, he'd sit in his rocking chair and, have his little cigar. So I'm like, okay. She goes, yeah, after he passed, probably like a couple of months later, when she'd come home from work and the kids would be prepping dinner, that the rocking chair used to still rock and you can smell cigar smoke in the air. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Now that you think about it, it was like a funky smell. I don't like smoke, and it was like a weird smell that I smelled. So that's actually a little chilling, but I mean, good to know. My grandfather had my back when I needed it. I'm like, whoa. So I asked if I can, of course, take a picture of the picture. So I'm like, wait till I get back so I can tell my roommate, yo, this is actually what happened, after our little incident inside the house with whatever was in the kitchen. So I go back up to school, and I'm in the house and feel more comfortable now because I'm like, man, that's pretty cool, My grandfather had my back. So my roommate gets in, and we make jokes and make fun of what happened before we left. So I told him the story. I'm like, yo, man, somebody was in my back seat. I turned around, nobody was there, and I freaked out. And then it turns out dude, it was my grandfather. My aunt had a picture, and I saw the picture, and I recognized his eyes. I know those eyes anywhere, but as she said, he passed way before I was born, so there's no way I could know him. No way I would know who that is. And right there in the picture, clear as day. So I went on my phone and pulled up the picture, showing the picture, and I'm like, yeah, this is him. And he just starts laughing. I'm like, dude, why are you laughing? It's not funny. He's like, dude, that's who I saw walk out of the basement into the kitchen. I'm like, come on. He was like, yeah, remember I said he had the overalls on? Not even thinking about it, looking right at the picture, straight blue overalls. Couldn't make that up.